Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
Hi again, year 3 and 4. Welcome back to our lesson 3 of pirate dancing. Okay, now today we're going to be looking at recapping what we've already done in our past lessons. So lesson 1 and lesson 2. Okay, so that's our set dance, and last week we looked at our travelling to the island, coming up with 3 actions. Okay, to show us travelling to try and find this treasure island. Okay. Now, for the first bit of this lesson, what I would like you to do is see if you can remember the set dance and see if you can remember your travelling to the island sequence. Once you've done that, can you then come back and we will look and recap all together. Right then guys, now you've done that, we are now going to recap the first part of our dance, our set dance all together. Okay, now we're going to use the music to start with. We should kind of roughly know the moves and what order they come in. So we're going to do it without the counting as well. If you need to count, remember to count in your head, or if you need to count out loud, that is fine. Okay, so in our starting positions, and 1, Right guys, so our set dance is now looking really good. So we're now going to look at what we did last week, which was our travelling to the island sequence. Okay, now with the travelling to the island, you guys came up with your 3 moves. Okay, I came up with my own ones, so yours will be different to mine, or they may be the same. Okay, but I'm pretty sure some of them will be different. Okay, now we talked about what kind of things we would be doing when we're travelling. Okay, so we might be rowing, we might be steering the boat, we might be reading maps, we might be looking through telescopes. Okay, so there was lots of things that we did speak about last week. So we're now going to look at that part of the dance. I'm going to do mine. I want you guys to do your 3 moves. Remember, they're going to be for counts of 8. Are we ready? Get into your starting position. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right guys, so now we've done all that, we're now going to look at today's objective, which is to come up with 4 different moves from 6 words that I've given you. Okay, so you're going to pick 4 of those words from the 6 that I've given. Okay, and you're going to come up with some actions for them. Okay, so these are going to be jobs on board, kind of a pirate ship, that what you would be doing on board when you're travelling to your island. Okay, so the 6 words are going to be slide, hide, climb, run, dig and clean. Okay, I will put them up on the screen for you so you can remember when we pause. Okay, so make sure that you're choosing 4 of them words and then you can come up with some ideas. So for climbing, okay, you may be climbing the rigging. Okay, for cleaning, you may be scrubbing the decks. Okay, and things like that. So that's what you're going to be coming up with. So 4 actions for them words, to represent them words. Okay, and show. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now just to go away and just to think about what kind of moves you can come up with, the 4 words that you're going to use. Okay, and then come back once you've done that. Right, so now you've picked your 4 words from them, okay? Can you now come up with some actions to show that, but make sure we're using at different levels. So like we did last week with our travelling to the island, okay, we tried to find out some different levels, work at different levels. When I was rowing, I was down low, okay, and then with looking through the telescope, looking high and low, okay, so different levels when we're doing our action. So for scrubbing the decks, you could be on the floor, okay, then coming up, climbing up, maybe going onto your tiptoes to make yourself even higher, okay. Sliding, again, you could be on the floor to do. So there's lots of different ways that you could do it, okay. It's completely up to you which ones you pick, okay, and choose. Your actions do need, try to make them represent that word, okay, so we can definitely see that that is what you are doing. So if you are hiding, make sure it looks like you are hiding, not just in a ball right in the middle, okay. So try and make sure that your actions represent them words. Right then guys, so dance dynamics is also something that we need to look at, okay. So dance dynamics basically are something that we do to show how we're doing it, okay. So it might be a soft movement, it might be a heavy movement, it might be a light movement, okay, it might be an explosive movement, okay. So it will show what we are trying to do, okay. Now with our dance dynamics, I'm going to give you some words and I want you to think about how you would travel, and maybe you could show an action to show that being that word, okay. So for soft, okay, can you now do an action that is a soft movement? So I might be creeping, okay, so if we're hiding I might be creeping around, okay, nice and softly. Can you now do an explosive movement? Okay, so for my explosive movement I might come down low and explode out nice and quickly, okay, so a big explosion. Okay, can you do a fast movement? Okay, I'm sure lots of you can do a fast movement to show me. Excellent. Can you do a sharp movement? So if you're doing a sharp movement, nice quick arm movements, okay, it might be leg movements, okay, so quick movements there. A wavy movement, so we've done quite a few wavy movements, okay, so we've done this one as a wavy movement. Can we now think of something else, okay, to show that we are being, our movements are nice and wavy, or that the sea is rough, okay. So that's also what I want you to think about when you're coming up with your 4 actions for the words. Right guys, so now can you come up with your 4 moves, okay, to describe them words, them 4 words that you've picked, okay. Remember the different dance dynamics, okay, and the different levels, okay. You might even use some different directions in there as well, I say, okay. So now can you go and see if you can do that, okay, and then come back once you've come up with your 4 moves, okay, that last for a count of 8. Right then guys, so this time, okay, now you've practiced that, we're going to look, or I'm going to give you a demonstration of some of the ideas that I've come up with. There's some really basic moves, okay, but they may give you a little bit of inspiration to then change yours and slightly make them a little bit better, okay. Now I'm going to be using different levels and different dance dynamics, okay, to see if you can work out which ones I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to start down low because I'm going to be starting to clean first. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Climbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to do a slow slide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they were my 4 moves. Can you now add in the timings for your 8? Okay, and if you think you might need to change them, then you can. Okay, can you make them a little bit better? Can you add some more dance dynamics? Okay, then once you've done that, come back and we'll see how we're looking, okay? Right guys, so this time we're going to combine the travelling to the island 3 moves, okay, and our jobs on board 4 moves, okay, together. So we're going to do our travelling to the island first, okay, the 3 moves for a count of 8 that we did last week, and we came up last week, we practiced them earlier, okay, and then we're going to do our jobs on board, the 4 moves for the 4 words that you picked, okay. So into your ready position, I'll do the numbers. I'm going to do my move, you do yours. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent, guys. Now, can you see if you can practice that all the way through? So them 7 moves, can you now practice with them counts of 8 and see if you can get it so it's smooth all the way through, okay? Once you've done that, then come back and then we'll talk about what we're going to do next week. Right guys, excellent work today. What we're going to do for next week, okay, is I want you still to remember what we've done. So we've got our set dance, we then got to travel into the island, and now we've got our jobs on board, okay? So there's 3 sections of that dance that we need to remember for next week. Next week we'll practice this bit, okay, and we'll also start to look at our next part, okay, which is where we find the island, okay, and we arrive there, and then we start to do some actions about when we arrive there and what we're going to be doing. But really well done today guys, and see you next week.